What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ENPH for Enphase Energy. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update, and I also want to be transparent that the last time we discussed this stock together, I mentioned that I had a position as this move was unfolding. I want to let you know that I've stopped out of that position. I have nothing here inside of Enphase. I could care less whether it goes up or down. Wanted to put that out there. So looking at the stock, you can clearly see we've made a 100% retracement of this entire move right here. And, some of these levels are working. You can see that we have this coming in as support here. This resistance offered support on the bear flag. But what I want to do is clean up the chart. So as always, I'm showing you myself do that. So it's okay to start from scratch with your daily roadmap. So we're going to put that level of support back in because it is an important one, the low end of that consolidation, also the highs from right around in here. What else do we have immediately to the upside? Definitely this level, and then after that we'll start putting in some of those older ones, but definitely still important. And again, I'm just cleaning up the chart, making it a bit easier on the eyes. So that's what I'm seeing for now. I would also point out now that we are looking lower for downside targets, that we have 131.83 and then the low of this sort of move around here earlier on in the year 2021, that was at least around 113.78. I'm not saying that we get there all over the course of this upcoming week, but I just want to know where those targets are. Let's take a closer look at the daily time frame chart here. And what you'll notice is that we actually sort of, negated the hammer candle type activity that unfolded on the Thursday session. So to me, that's a fairly bearish indication. We failed to really take out the high there. The buyers didn't really materialize from this lower wick off of that known area of support. And we've closed once again, kind of right back on it. So to me, not the strongest show of strength, really just getting 2 days of consolidation after a big leg down, starting to form bear flag consolidation, right? This is also happening on some increased volume. So to me, there's two things at play here. I would expect lower, but the other thing that's at play is essentially whenever you get a 100% retracement of a move, it's very rare that on the first go, you just break that level. So to me, I would watch for some sort of dead cat bounce, ideally a turnaround here closer to that 160, a reattempt off of a lower high should break at that time, and then we can look for that 131.83. Now, it might not want to play nicely, and it might not give us that lower high dead cat bounce. I just wouldn't advise chasing it short here now that it's already traveled so far, and on top of that has given us that 100% retracement. So that's what I'm seeing from the daily time frame. Let's see what else we can learn based on the 30-minute intraday time frame. Again, just extremely bearish price acceptance on today's session. Remember that on Thursday, the buyers stepped up. They had to put in a lot of effort to get it to consolidate up towards the highs, and on today's session, all of that was undone, indicating that the sellers still do remain in full control of this stock right now. So let's take out the Fibonacci's and come in from the high down to the low, and clearly all of the consolidation, all of the price acceptance was well underneath the 38.2. So from that perspective, maybe it does just break immediately. Maybe it doesn't want to play nice and give us that lower high and then roll over. Again, for me, it would probably not be a trade I would be willing to take to the short side, that is, just based on how we've arrived, where we're at. I would really need to see some sort of dead cat bounce before looking for the short side. And if we come on over to the trade tab, what you'll notice, this stock is easy to borrow. So you can short the shares, and there's also a decent amount of volume that goes through here. It's not the best, and the spread is a little bit wide, $5 by 530, 1,000 contracts going through for volume today. Again, it's not the best. I would probably opt for short shares if you did want to trade this to the downside, but that's what I'm seeing. The only way to get involved in the, to the long side on this stock would be if we can recapture the high of the 2-day balance. So that would be a breakout up and over this kind of level right around here, 155.21. Don't overstay your welcome. Note the strength of the daily downtrend. I would first target this 161.73, then reevaluate. If that starts to go, then yes, there is a little bit more range to be had here, noting that the breakdown through that was fairly emotional. There's not a ton of candle structure there. We could make the move up towards 178.16, but again, just don't forget that the daily downtrend is fairly strong. We are looking for bearish positions now that we have, this downtrend in effect, essentially. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.